There's a reason that the Ruger PC9 is one of my all-time favorite guns. First and foremost, it is one of, if not the most popular caliber in the world, the 9mm. I want to talk about this later. It is what I call the king of the calibers. Now, the PC9 has been a huge hit for a lot of reasons we'll discuss later. Because of this, Ruger keeps coming out with new and different versions. Let's take a look at the Ruger PC9. Check it out. I'm Drew from Beyond Seclusion, bringing you the reviews directly here to Gun.Deals. Real quick, if you're not familiar with Gun.Deals, this is a website where you can go and share and find some of the best gun-related deals available for purchase online or in retail stores. Gun.Deals does not, repeat, does not sell firearms or anything else. They simply browse and search the web for the best deals, saving you a ton of time. They add nothing to the cost of the product. In fact, they simply redirect you to their web page to the best deals. It's genius. I love it. Okay, with the current situation not included, you can find 9mm ammo anywhere you find ammo. Not only is 9mm ammo the most available caliber, it is also the widest variety of bullet weights, types, you name it. It is an incredibly versatile round and very effective. In normal times, it's the cheapest round available other than .22 long rifle. This is why I call it the king of the calibers. Now, when shot from a rifle, it has almost no recoil. It is an ideal gun for practicing technique, for new shooters, young, small, female. It's just an exceptional all-around gun. Now, Ruger maximized on all this, and they were one of the first to do so. The PC9 is modeled after the ever-popular and familiar 1022, which has become an American icon and legend. Now, the PC9 is exceptionally accurate, so much so that with an optic, like the Sig Romeo 5, I'm able to get, almost MOA groups at 50 yards with some good ammo. Now, with a lack of recoil, it is possible to get rounds off and on steel at 50 to 100 yards, almost as fast as you can pull the trigger. Sometimes you can actually get the second round off before the first round hits. That's cool. Now, the PC9 comes in several configurations, including the PC Charger pistol version, with an ever-increasing availability and aftermarket accessories. Now, the basic model here, or the original, is going to work great for most shooters. I'm going to use this as sort of our prototype. We're going to go through a lot of, the features because they're, for the most part, on every single gun. Let's check it out. So this is just the basic model of the Ruger PC9. Now, all of them are pretty much the same, other than the big difference is just simply the stock. Now, okay, make sure the chamber's empty. They all have a switch. The other models have just a little bit different switch, but it works the same. The bolt always has to be slightly pulled back, and then it just comes out. The design is genius. It is a perfect fit. It works great. Absolutely no concerns or issues with accuracy whatsoever. So then the front end, all are going to have this fluted barrel. Not all of them are going to have the iron sights. The first and second models do, and I really like the iron sights. It's a peep sight, incredible accuracy straight out of the box. I didn't even have to adjust it, and I was on target within a 4-inch circle. And then the front sight, okay, all come with threaded barrels. Every one of them has a threaded barrel and a thread protector. So really, all that's going to be different is with or without a peep sight, and then simply what we have for a grip here. Now, the back side, every one of these has an insert here, and I'm not going to take it apart, but we can swap out the magwell to accept either Ruger or Glock, and that's awesome. So if you've got a Ruger, like a Ruger 9, then you're good to go with what's in it, or you just swap it out and now it takes Glock mags. Now, also on every single model, the bolt charging handle is ambidextrous. There's a little nut down in there, and we can switch it to the other side, or if for whatever reason you want, you can have a charging handle on both sides. The mechanisms, internal mechanisms, okay, are very, very similar to the Ruger 1022. Not exactly, and it's not the easiest, quickest to break down, you know, not compared to like an AR9. And then the trigger, safety, bolt holdback, everything is identical to the Ruger 1022. And again, same on every single model. Same with the trigger. It has a really nice trigger. Okay, so the trigger, short travel, clean, crisp break. You really don't need to do a trigger job with these. You can. It's coming about 5.5 pound pull, but it's a nice trigger, really nice trigger. They all have the rails on top, and then all that's going to be different is our buttstock. Okay, you know, is it adjustable? Is it collapsible? Is it folding? It does have inserts so we can adjust it lengthwise. It's just a comfortable gun to shoot. Do not underestimate the basic model. I found no difference whatsoever in performance between all the different versions, and I have shot all the different versions. It's mostly going to be, how does it feel in your hand? How is it to use iron sights or not, and or to use optics? And then if I want to just put a bunch of gun bling on the end of it. Okay, the next model simply put a free flow tube on it, and that's really about it. This one comes in about 7 pounds. It feels a little bit heavier than that. It looks cool. It does provide some attachment sights, but really I found no difference in accuracy, except I did decide to put an optic on here and see how far I could stretch it out. Check this out, what you can do with a 9mm, a good shooter, and an optic. Here's our sight in using the crosshairs at 100 and using the windage and elevation. This was kind of the first group, and then I started moving it down, and then the second group kind of was back up here and then dialed it down. I'm happy with that at 100 yards. Okay, so 200 yards, started off down here, dialed it up. I'm not sure what happened, and then I dialed it off the paper, and then I slowly creeped back, and I think I stopped with about this group here, and then I did make an adjustment and dialed it up after this before starting 300. That's not the greatest, but that's acceptable at 200 yards. Okay, so the 9mm naysayers, the anti-9mm, you can't tell me that that was not fun. Now, I actually did a review to see what kind of penetration depth I could get out to 400 yards. And I actually went through two 2x4s at 400 yards. Now somebody said, yeah, that's 2x4s. You know, I don't know about you, but I'm softer than 2x4s. Okay, the next one is what I call the AR version, the basic one, not this one. This has been tandemized. Check out as it came before I tandemized it with Tandem Cross. That's comfortable, really comfortable. Okay, yeah, and that worked. The only thing is I could not use my iron sights with the stock coming out the way it was, so that's why I was eager to try this. Now I get to have my cake and eat it too. I can actually perfectly line up with the iron sights, and it looks funny, but I don't care how it looks. I only care how it shoots. And let me tell you guys, this is comfortable. This is very comfortable, especially I put it out here, and it lines me up perfectly on the iron sights. I love these different things for the Tandem Cross. Anyway, check this out. I love it. Tandem Cross. Did not disappoint on this. Ready to drop the mag. Boom. Okay, real quick, I just want to check the iron sights on this. Make sure that works perfectly. Okay, and the last version is technically not PC9, but they call it the PC Charger. And yeah, Ruger, listen, they came out with the pistol version. Now, it comes like up here from the factory, but we have all different ways that we can accessorize this. I've done videos just totally on the accessories. My personal favorite is the collapsing foldable brace. Now, how long these are going to last and be available, I don't know. But let me tell you, the difference with this, okay, and shooting, you know, even those that, you know, don't want to rest it against the shoulder, okay, it still provides a whole different level of comfort and shooting fun. What shocked me, though, was what I was able to do with a single point sling, just attaching it on here without the brace. Check this out. But yeah, that does work pretty good with this single point sling. Out in front like this, but let's give it a go. I have no doubt with a pistol brace on this, that would be easy. I'm hoping. Okay, that wasn't bad shooting for no brace. It actually surprised me. I do have to say, I got it with the idea of putting a brace on it. It definitely has the cool, sexy factor, but it's also definitely not as comfortable as the SBA3. There you go, guys. You decide what you think of the Ruger PC, the different versions, including the Charger. If you haven't checked me out on YouTube, come take a peek. Until next time on Gun.Deals, happy shooting, educate our young people to shooting and gun safety, and be a safe and responsible gun owner.